Hi everybody, it's David from Doctors of Running, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Saucony Triumph 20. Big update in this shoe. It lost a lot of weight. We're looking at men's 9.5 in my size, 9.9 ounces. I just took this shoe on a 20-mile long run. I took it north of the 2-hour mark for the first time. Right around 2 hours and 25 minutes time on feet, give or take. Shoe held up great. The Power Run Plus midsole definitely is a little bit softer, a little bit more bouncy. When you take a look at the Power Run Plus versus the regular Power Run in a shoe, say the Endorphin Shift 3, the Power Run is that traditional EVA slab where it's a little bit firmer on foot, but there's still plenty of cushion under the foot as well. This gives you a little bit of both. So the Power Run Plus does have a bouncing aspect to it. It does have a sense of plushness and a little bit of give when you land and compress it. The Triumph 20 does have a beveled heel, not quite as dramatic of a toe spring up front. This is going to feel a little bit more like a traditional trainer with a couple of new generation materials. I think the drop in weight makes this shoe a lot more appealing than the previous versions of the Triumph. I really wanted to like a lot of the previous Triumphs, but it always ended up being a little bit heavy on my feet, especially when I would take it north of, say, 13 miles. This shoe is a very good weight for the daily training category, great shoe for time on feet. The outsole looks great. I don't think there'll be any problems with durability here. I don't have that many miles on this shoe just yet. I've got about 29, so I did a 9-miler and a 20-miler in these. But everything's holding up well. The ride's nice and stable while you're running through. The one thing I will say, I do like it on firmer platforms. So whether it be road, packed dirt, just fine. Really anything that's a runnable condition that has a little bit of firmness to it. I did take it through a couple of softer, mulchier trails today, and I didn't quite trust it as much. The upper does have good security on foot, but there's just a little bit of movement, and I think with how soft the foam already is, I just felt myself kind of translating a little bit, and that happened on a little bit of sand today as well, running on the beach where it was high tide today, so it was a little bit softer than normal. It wasn't quite as packed when it would roll back out. So I wouldn't quite use it for a lot of softer surfaces, but things that are a little bit firmer, the ride is actually really good. Like I said, feels like a traditional trainer with a little bit of a rounded heel. You get to kind of bounce off your own mechanics in the forefoot, not quite as sharp of a rocker up front. With that said, it's a nice shoe. It does blend very nicely with having a slightly flexible forefoot up front, but still having just enough rigidity to pop off the forefoot. Not a massive toe spring, relies a lot on your own mechanics, but upper security is good. The ride is nice and bouncy. It's very fun. Definitely lighter on the foot than previous versions, and I think it's a great weight for the daily training category. So for me, this is definitely a thick boy. It's in the maximum cushioning category, especially with that much Power Run Plus under your foot. For me, this is going to be kind of that daily trainer, time on feet, easy day type shoe. But it does have a little bit of responsiveness too when you do kind of give a little bit of oomph into it. So exciting shoe. I'm very excited to get more miles on these, and we'll have the written review out very soon. But that's my impression of the Saucony Triumph 20 over a 20-mile long run. I think it can go plenty farther. So this is a shoe that I think will work for a lot of people.